Hi guys, my name is Tom from Fold-A-Door. I'm in a showroom in Anaheim, California. Today we're putting together a short video to how to assemble our vinyl units. The concept is exactly the same, aluminum core with a vinyl clad and the aluminum core for additional strength and rigidity. The profile is a little bit different, so today I'm just gonna make a short video to show you the components, how they're assembled. Pretty straightforward, easy to do, but I think I could help you eliminate the learning curve. So this is our unit that we carry around on, to show customers sometimes. This is a vinyl unit, and this unit is designed to open up to the outside right. And as you can tell, it's got an aluminum core in the header and also in the jambs, right there. So this is what I'm talking about here. So this is the header, right? It's got an aluminum core there, right? So this is clad with the vinyl, right? So one pointer here is when you're assembling them and when you set it into your rough opening, this overhang on the header is designed to create a seal. So if your doors are folding to the out and closing in, this would be the inside. If it's the other way around, if it's supposed to close to the inside and fold to the inside and close up like that, you want that overhang to be on the outside edge. Yeah, you don't want to have that reverse because you'll have to pull it out and spend all that work setting it and would have wasted your time. These are the two jambs right here. These are the two jambs I've taken apart there. One of them has a set of rubber gaskets on there, and one of them doesn't have it. So the reason being is that this particular unit is folding to the outside right, and on this edge right here will be gaskets to create a seal between the door panel and the jamb itself. So it's got the gaskets there where it closes up like that. And on this end right here, it's just a flange right here that this tongue slides into on the receiver side to create that seal on this end. But let's say that you have a active door that swings out, right, and comes in. Instead of this flange being like a C channel, it'll be a flange like an L flange, so that when you close the door, it will bump up against that flange. And yeah, so that would be the extension, if the jamb extension, if that was the case. So depending on your application, these different flange extensions will change. Let's say that the doors were hinged. Let's say these were 4-panel and the doors were hinged to the right 2 panels and the doors are hinged to the left 2 panels, for example. So in that situation, both jambs will have these gaskets, right? So that you can hinge it on here and the doors are still tight here, and on the other end the same thing. So yeah, that's that. The bottom track. So the bottom track, so there's, for this particular unit, this is the bottom track that's, that I took apart from these. This is a standard, we call it a standard recess combo track, and it uses these particular rollers, right? So these rollers are designed to slide, flow in and out of here, like this. I'll show you a visual of it later, but if you use this type of track, when you assemble them, there's this part is a cutoff. So how you get the doors in, you would get these wheel in here, tilt the door over and slide it in this way. And once you get that into the pocket there, that's when you would attach this end here, right? So that's free flowing right here. So that's why it's cut off there. These particular doors, because it's this one here, that's the type of roller that's attached to the bottom already, right? So you've got that big roller here. So it's already attached on there. So I'll show you guys how to install that. Set it into position. Now, these are, and I'm showing this because there's some applications where a customer might choose a surface mount. This is what a surface mount looks like. And this is our minimal recess, right? Our minimal recess. If you choose either of these two applications, this would be the bottom roller on there. Just slides along this channel, right? Just like that. So when you're installing these doors here, these particular sills, thresholds, they're not cut off like that other bottom track, because how you get it in would be to slide this in here, tilt the door panel over, and get it in right here. So there's no reason to cut that off, right? But what's most critical on either of these two applications is how it's set. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that with pointers. And yeah, we'll start assembling. So you get a box like this that's strapped or taped to probably one of your door panels in your crate. And in this, there's these white or black wedges or spacers. This is how we use to tow and heal the glass. I'll put a little video together later on this, especially with regards to the vinyl unit. So that's that. And then there's a bunch of these screws in here, right? Screws. What we're going to use to assemble the corners will be these 2-inch screws, the longest screws in that pack, right? So I'm going to grab 1, 2, 4. We'll need 8 screws total. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's slide that back in here. Okay. So first of all, again, the header on this, the profile on this, because of the vinyl clad, right, how it's offset there, you want the jambs to match that too. So let me look at this here. So remember, this is an outfold hinge to the outside right. So that would be this jamb here, because I know the right jamb has these rubber gaskets on here. So also when I'm attaching them, right, you see that that header there, and you see the profile there. So these are designed to match like so, right? Just like that. Okay. And important too, once we assemble this, I'll show you guys what you have to do, but you want to caulk it. So I'm gonna so there's let's see. Okay, so first we're gonna assemble the units, and I've got the header here, and I've got the 2 jambs right here. I'm gonna assemble these first and show you what it's entailed. So first of all, these rubber gaskets, I'll show you when I get the doors in, but because these rubber gaskets want to slide up and down, it's very tricky to get the door in when you're fighting these gaskets here. So what I like to do, I just pull them out completely, right? I'll pull them out completely and get them to the side. And once I get the door panels in, set it and level it, then I'll reattach those rubber gaskets to create the seal. So just for ease of install, I'll remove them, okay? So let's see here. So the header, you'll know what the, on the jambs, right? There'll be these holes here, right, at the top. This will be for the header, right, attaching the header. When the holes at the bottom are drilled like this is for the jambs. So it's not offset, it's not got a big hole like that, right? So this is the top, right, you know that. And on this jamb as well, same thing, you know this is the top, right? The top, and this is the bottom. So this is only applicable when there's a bottom track like this. It gets mounted to it. You see the holes there? There's 2 holes here. Let's remove this. These are the 2 holes right here. You see that? That the jamb gets attached to here. So this is the header, right? So this would be the bottom sill. So it gets attached just like that and screwed on there, right? Like that through there. So on the vinyl unit, the profile is a little bit thicker than our the standard recess combo. The profile is a little bit thicker, right? But you'll attach it through here, these 2 holes here, and I'm going to show you how to figure out which is what. But if this is the header, and if this was a surface mount, or a minimal recess, the surface mount is designed to be flush with the bottom of the sill, right? I don't know if you can tell right there, but it's flush like that, right? Like that. So that's the minimal recess. And where you set the track, you see this sleeve right here in the middle? This is where you would set it right there, just like that, right? You flush at the bottom, just like that. if this was a minimal recess application, there would be recess in the ground, right? And it would be set like this. So it's set, the top of the sill is flush with the bottom of the jamb. I don't know if you can tell, right? The top of the sill is flush with the bottom of the jamb. And again, this sleeve in the center here, right, is lined up just like that, where it's centered just like that, right? So that the doors will roll properly, and you'll have a seamless, smooth operation there. So that's how that gets attached. But for now, we're working on this standard one. So let me put this to the side. Now, 2-inch screws are provided in the box, right? That comes in your, that's attached to the frame inside your crate. In here, you have a couple of these wedges, actually a lot of them. You've got these white wedges, right? This is about 1/8 of an inch thick, and these are about 1/16 of an inch thick. These are what you would use to properly toe and heel or cross block the glass within the door panels so that it's square. So I'll show you guys that later. So these are the 2 screws. So what we're gonna do is, it's important that you have a tip extension on here, right? A tip extension like this, right? Because you're not gonna be able to get in. You're not gonna be able to get in this hole, right? And screw it in there without this tip extension, right? So now directionally, on a vinyl unit, one side, because of the core, is like that. That's, you know, that's the side. That's the side right there. So it matches up, right? It matches up just like that. This is the back and front, right? Get the screws here. So what we'll do is put the screws through these holes and assemble it. Screw that in there. And put the other screw here. Okay, we got that attached. Screws here. I'm going to go to the other side and attach the other jack. Again, the ones with the bigger holes in them, they're for the header. Same thing. Just make sure that when you're assembling this on the ground, that you protect the surface, like maybe using a blanket or whatever. I mean, you don't want this scratching on concrete or something abrasive to destroy the finish on the vinyl. So. In. I'll get this other corner in. Okay, run it in. So this is the frame, right? So again, the bottom track. So we'll remove this for now. This sleeve right here, we'll remove this for now. So this bottom track gets screwed in here. Again, you can tell by that part right there, the bottom track. See that? So the bottom track will be the same. It'll be lined up like that. And the holes will match. Line that in there. So if this was a if your sill, your threshold is this kind of application, we would assemble this and then put it into position. But if this was our our bottom sill was like a surface mount. The surface mount just gets placed right there, right? Again, dead center, like that, right? I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. You see that right there? The it'd be like that. So it'd be dead center in the line right there. If you can see that. Dead center right there. The center is flowing right here. Dead center right there. And if this is a minimal recess, so this is flush. That application is flush, right? With the surface right here, the bottom of the jam. Right, that's critical right there, okay? If this was the minimal recess, which would be this one here, this is the minimal recess, right? So the doors are spec'd so that this is centered, just like that. But the doors are spec'd. The doors are spec'd so that this is at the top of the sill is flush with the bottom of the jam, right? To recess it. So if you're gonna mount this recess to the top of some kind of subfloor, right? You're gonna have to make sure that you sit the jam above that, right? So that it's flush, like that. The top of the sill is flush with the bottom jam. Because the doors are spec'd and designed that way. So if you mount this minimal recess just like this, the overall opening of this, of the frame of the unit is going to be too small. So the doors are going to want to drag at the header. When you push the doors out, there might be a great chance that the header will grind, the door panel will grind at the top. So that's what that is. Anyway, so let me get back over here. So in this particular unit, we're assembling the this one right here. So again, same thing. You want this side here, this side and this side here to match, right? That. I'm going to attach it that way. So 2 screws right here. So this is the bottom, right? It's got 2 screw holes here. Again, if this is a surface mount or minimal recess, there will be no screw hole here. Screw it in there. That there. We'll flip this around. Right. Put the 2 screw holes here. 2 more screws. Go. Got that there. Got that there. So I'm going to focus on this standard recess here. So I'm going to put that over here. All right. So this is going to be the same way. You're going to get the doors the same way now. You see how the wheels are lined up like that, right? This goes in the track of the header, right? This wheel here. This wheel in the bottom is attached to the bottom. So we're going to go like this. Put that wheel in that center. What we're going to do is we're going to tilt this door over, right? To get that wheel in that sleeve at the top. Once we get that in, we can slide it over this way, and get it over to this jam, right? And we can hinge it into position. Because I've taken this apart already, there's holes in there, but normally they're not pre-drilled, so I'm gonna get that hinge in there. see. Get it like that. Like that. Then I will reattach this here. Like that. Right? So the doors can slide over like that. And one other thing on this particular door, with this flange, just snaps right in. Snaps right in, and let's see. Snaps right into position, and just screw that right in. Screw that right in there, and put another one at the top. And that's how you do it. So it opens and closes, right? This is the from the outside. Like this. Just like that, and locks up. And that's it. Pretty much. All I gotta do is remember to put the rubber gaskets on here, right? I've got the rubber gaskets right here. But you just want to make sure when you attach to the jamb, the rubber gaskets on the door frame is, let's say, shaped like that. So on the jamb, it has to be attached reverse, so they close up like that for a tight seal. Actually, like that. See that? So it goes like that, and mates up like that. So it's got the on both edges here. We'll just use our thumb. It's easier, I think, when you just angle it, like get this edge in here, angle it, and kind of just push it in that way. Maybe use a, I don't know, a plastic, not a chisel necessarily, but something to push it and help you guide it in. But it's pretty simple. So that's it. And yeah, have a great day.